YouTube universe. What's going on? Dr. Faden Style here. Just going over a nice fade on my guy right here. Told me he had a date coming up and he was starting his job. So I said, all right, look, let me go in and record this epic moment right here. Get you right. Now, as you can see, I'm using my Slimline Pro GTX with the deep tooth blade. And I'm just going up, just building my foundation right now, combing it down with my blue Johnny B Authentic hair care comb. Now, as you can see right here, I'm not going too far up, trying to keep it just below the occipital bone, and don't want to go nowhere near the parietal ridge. As you can see, I'm not trying to skin it off the break. I just want to go and take it down just enough where I don't irritate the skin. Now I do have multiple ways of fading. Sometimes I start from top to bottom. Sometimes I start from mid in the middle and fade up and then take all the bulk off. But in this case, what I'm doing, I'm starting off at the bottom. Certain hair textures you kind of want to like switch up. Okay, so now that I taking it down with those Slimline Pro GTX, now I'm gonna just use my foil shaver and I'm gonna just clean it up. And you actually have to be careful about this with the foil shaver. A lot of individuals skin really cannot take this, so you definitely have to be aware of it. But my guy right here, his skin is able to take the foil shaver. All right, so now we got it nice and clean down at the bottom. So next I'm gonna take my Super ZR2 from Andis with the 3.0 detachable blade on it, and I'm gonna just go right where I left off with the Slimline GTX. Definitely. And one thing I want to tell individuals, don't shy away from any hair texture. If you're a barber, you should be able to perform a cut on any hair texture. Don't never limit yourself to just one texture, all right? So now you see I go all around. Me, I'm not the type that just cut in one section. You know, you got one panel here, one panel there. I'm cool with that. I can actually do it, but time wise, you actually want to go all around in one sweeping motion. Now what I did was add my 1.5 detachable blade onto my Super ZR2, and I'm gonna pick off where I left off with the 3.0. And as you can see, I'm gonna go all the way around, comb down, and I don't want to leave too much of a hard line of demarcation, so I'm doing nice C strokes, almost like short C strokes while I'm cutting. And you want to come right back around. So basically, you don't want to have trying to get it as perfect in the beginning, but later on, you want to go in and get that detail in there. All right, so now I'm taking off my 1.5, and I'm gonna add my 3.5 detachable blade onto it. I'm gonna work my way up right at the parietal ridge. So literally, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually go right to the parietal ridge, and I'm gonna C stroke it out. So you want to almost create like a nice fade, almost like a ghost fade. All right, now with my master cordless, I have the one guard on here, and I'm gonna just stay right in this area with my one guard and just start cleaning up, going all the way around. Just like I said, with the detachable blades, I'm gonna go all the way around with it all the way open. So now with that one all the way open on your master cordless or whatever rotor magnetic motor you decide to use, it turns it into a 1.5. Remember that turns into a 1.5. You put it in when you put the lever in the middle, it turns into a 1A, and when you close it all the way, it's a true one. So now that I have it in the middle, and I'm just going right below that 1.5, where my one guard all the way open, and I'm gonna brush it down, and I'm using a brush so I can literally clean my canvas. Now, my recommendation is if you go use a brush, use a sanitizable brush. Don't just use a brush that's just go collect hair and use it on the next individual. Nah, that's dirty right there. Make sure you have enough brushes sitting around that are able to be sanitized and you can clean properly. So best thing to do, clean with hot soap and water. Make sure it's dry. Put it into your barbicide jar. Take it out, dry it out, spray it down with a disinfectant. So now you can see right here, I was just cleaning it up, going back and forth, Now I just went on and added my zero guard onto it, and I'm gonna go right under what I was doing with that one guard. And as you can see, the blend is starting to come in. And this texture here is excellent. If you want to go in and take pictures and post them on your Instagram page, or do videos for YouTube. But yeah, this is good hair texture. I mean, all hair textures are real good. And like I said, you always want to be able to cut all hair textures. Don't limit yourself to just one texture of hair. Learn how to use some scissors or shears. Mix it up a little bit. So, and if you see, I started with my zero guard all the way open, close it midway, then I closed it all the way, and I just go all the way around. Sometimes I'm cutting at angles. And don't forget, go in and push that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like this. Comment. I'll always respond to comments. Follow me on Instagram, Dr. Faden Style is Dr. underscore FADENSTYLE. Follow me and I'm gonna follow you back. right, cool. Now right here, I took the guards off. And I'm gonna just go with the naked blade of the master cordless all the way open. And I just want to detail everything. I would just want to go and get those small heads out of the way and just make sure everything almost look like it's painted on. It's almost like you want the fade to be flawless. Yeah, you got to think about it. The head does grow back, but in that time of having a haircut, you actually want the individual head to just look flawless. In fact, a guy right here, he already told me he had three other individuals that were coming to the barbershop just because of his haircut. Use all those notches. Use every last notch to go in and get that, just to get that blend in. All right, now right here is where I take the fade comb. I put the 1.5 detachable blade back onto my Super ZR2s, and I just had the comb sit right on the parietal ridge, and I just started getting the hairs out of the way. It's almost so I can set everything up for the top of his head. I want everything to just like blend and transition in real smooth. So if you can see, I cut across, get those small hairs, comb down, go right back across. Next thing I do is turn the comb diagonally and just start coming up, almost like going toward the ceiling. So that's the way I describe it. You want to kind of go toward the ceiling with it. And if you see you're not cutting that much hair, you're getting just enough for everything to blend in perfectly. And always make sure you comb back, comb back. And if you now the next thing I'm doing, you see I'm just going horizontal now. Cut and comb, cut and comb. All right, now I saturate his hair with Johnny B's Code B. Contains hemp seed oil and biotin, 85% water base, 15% oil base. It's a good hair prep. So I spray you. You can spray it in the hair rather than spraying water. It gives the hair a nice, real slickness. And this is when you can start doing your shear cutting. And if you can tell, I switched my comb. So now I'm using another Johnny B comb. And this comb right here literally actually has a hook at the end. So it's almost like a rat tail comb. And just like I said, don't be afraid to cut all textures of hair. Don't limit yourself to one texture of hair. Pick up those shears, pick up those scissors. Get yourself, get yourself acclimated with them. Come back to my page, check it out. You want to see some shear cutting techniques? It's a lot. Matter of fact, this is YouTube University right here. So it's a lot of different shear cutting techniques up here. All right, now with the hair still slick with the Johnny B. Code B hair prep. I'm gonna just cross check my work, make sure everything is even. I'm gonna try not to go past that second knuckle. I mean, I know, everybody always say that that's like something you don't want to do. You don't want to go past that second knuckle. But now I'm using a Hattori Hanzo shiz, so I have the Mamba, and I haven't cut myself yet. So I'm gonna knock on wood, but I haven't cut myself yet. But I haven't seen individuals go past that second knuckle. But don't be using those 9 inch or the 11-inch shears thinking, oh man, I'm gonna go past that second knuckle. Nah, you might take that third knuckle off. All right. Now I'm using my Hattori Hanzo thinning shears just to clean everything up around the parietal ridge. Nothing too drastic. Make sure you always ask the individual in the chair, how would they like their beard to be shaped up? Because a lot of individuals, you can't just determine, man, I'm gonna shape his beard up how I want to shape it up. Now, you always want to ask the individual, and you want to always conform it to their face, the shape of their face. So right now, I went on and put the zero guard onto my master cordless all the way open, and he said that he wanted to go in and fade his beard right at the earlobe. So it's an open, midway, and close. Then you take the guard off, have it all the way open. You don't want to go. You don't want to get too drastic with it, but it's just like fading, the hair on the head. Always take your time with it. Use the corners of those clippers. Don't use the entire blade. Use the corner of the clippers at time. To me, you get a better fade doing that. Hey now, with this head texture, sometimes you don't really want to shape up the front, but he always get a shape up in the front. So on his front hairline, so I always make sure that I try to keep it all nice and even and all the way out without pushing anything back. So now I just take my BaByliss clippers with my graphite 2.0 blade on it and just start setting in the foundation. And right here, what I'm about to do when shaping his beard up, I don't go too drastic. I don't go drastically in. I kind of, if you can see how I'm maneuvering the blade around, going in an upright position, I always like to start off like that so I can see exactly where I'm gonna have my detail at for the beard. Hey, next, now I'm gonna use my other BaByliss trimmers because I actually have these set perfectly. So now I'm gonna just go over the line that I made with my graphite 2.0 blade just to enhance it just a little more. And you can see I always like to turn that blade up just a little so you can get all those hairs just below the eyes, because you don't want to leave no hair left behind. When you're doing fade like this, you actually want everything like clean. Definitely you want to check your work on both sides, make sure everything is like absolutely clean. And if you can tell, I did add a little fiber around this hairline to make it pop out some. And you want to get every inch of loose hair, small hairs that are still lurking around. You want people to see your walking billboard, your walking canvas, and ask questions about it. They're definitely making an appointment after they see it. All right. And then I always like to top it off with the straight razor, just to make sure everything is nice and sharp. Have them blow the cheek out when doing the beard. And the blades I like to use the feather blades, those feather razor blades, absolutely sharp, straight from Japan. I mean, but you have to be careful with those. And I say they're sharp, and I'm light-handed. I done drew blood, and I'm light-handed. Real talk. So don't let no individuals have you thinking that they never cut anybody. Hey, trust me, you can cut people. Hey, you can cut people, but just be careful and always hold that blade at a 45-degree angle, and always be careful with it. All right, cool. So now you see, I got my guy sitting there looking like $1,000,000. Now, right here, I'm using the Johnny B Authentic Hair Beard Wash just to go in and help condition his beard, get it nice and clean. So you always want to put just put a generous amount on the tips of your finger, emulsify it in the palm of your hand, get it all the way in there. And what I did, I just went on to use some Zephyr from Morano. You can find the link down at the bottom. So that right there actually has a nice mint feel to it. It helps cleanse the skin. Put the hot towel on top of it, along with cleansing his beard. Going to get those loose hairs out with that hot towel. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Johnny B Authentic Hair smock, and I had the Johnny B Authentic Hair cape on my guy also. Like I said, I'm an educator for them, so I'm gonna rep Johnny B also. All right, now I just put the Johnny B molding paste into my hand. It's newly formulated, so it has fibers in it. So going to get his hair nice looking. Get that nice texture look up in his hair. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try some new things. All right. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I never used to cut straight hair with the shears or anything like that. And once I got with the Johnny B Authentic Hair Company, man, that's all I was waiting for to pick those shears up and cut hair. Had that nice blend in there. All right. And I just use, and what I'm putting on this beard is our Johnny B beard balm. So had some shea butter up in there, comb that beard out, get my man right. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there. Got him right for his date and his first day on the job. Hey, so there you go, right there, the finished work. Look, subscribe, like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Like I said, I comment back. Follow me on Instagram, Dr. Faden Style, and I follow back. All right. Hey, look, signing out, Dr. Faden Style.